what happens to the legacy of a Black-owned business after it's sold. It's built up that brand equity, and it's part of the culture, and people learn it and understand it and enjoy it, and it's something that people use, and then it's sold, and it's no longer Black-owned. I was just curious about that. I wanted to see just some of your thoughts on that.
My main question, so what does that do to Black wealth when a Black business is sold outside of the community? That business was generating wealth for Black people, and if all the people in that Black person's family, or that group of Black people's family are Black, then they're building generational wealth. So once it's sold, certainly the people that are selling the business get some money.
But how does it make you think about those businesses? Like when you think about that product or that company, like now that it's no longer Black owned, do you still feel that level of appreciation for it, or does it just feel different now that it's like no longer Black owned?
I appreciate what it has done historically. If I had a choice between that and something else that's currently Black owned, I would try to go with something that's currently Black owned, because I know that my dollars will be going into the Black marketplace. So if it's not Black owned anymore, that's making other folks richer.
Good point. I have a couple examples, because this is good. So BET, that's on my mind. Because I think they sold in 2004 when I was doing research. So that's been a long time. Like, I didn't even realize BET was not Black owned for that long. They've been producing a product that people in the community, everybody is going to say, I don't watch BET, right? Trust me, you've watched the BET Awards. If not the BET Awards, something that BET has done over the last 15 years, people have still watched, and we talk about it like there's still our awards. Like we say that, like people will say, oh, this person got nominated for a BET award. Those are our awards, but they're not. It's basically a Viacom award. So perfect example. Like, what do we have that's our own when it comes to awards? There's definitely been some hair products that were originally Black owned and now aren't. So would you still use Carol's Daughter? What do you think? BET, Carol's Daughter. Those are at least the ones that I can think of right now.
I don't use Carol's Daughter, but there certainly are a lot of Black owned like hair care brands out there to choose from. So I try to go Black owned when I can.
Yeah. There's an ongoing controversy of people saying that these companies have sold out. So people are saying Versus sold out. People are saying Jay-Z sold out. I understand people's opinion on thinking that they sold out, because to a degree they did. So I don't know. Like, I think they sold out, but I also am given the benefit of the doubt to see like what the next business move is. And it doesn't just have to be about those companies, but just in general. Like when a company, like, do you think it's a sellout, or like what do you think?
I feel like these individuals, they're presented with a lot of money that, if they sell their business, this is what they'll get. I mean, I don't know what their initial goals were. Was it like, I'm going to create this great brand, and once it gets popping, I'll sell it off? Maybe that was a part of the master plan anyway, just to generate wealth for themselves, to become richer. I don't know if everyone initially is thinking about what we were mentioning, sort of like that generational wealth and just wealth within the Black race. And maybe they're taking, if they sell off, maybe they're taking some of the money that they make from the sale to invest in, other Black things, other things that will uplift Black folks, or something that they'll keep in wealth throughout their family. I say all that to say, I guess you got to give people the benefit of the doubt sometimes. But on the surface, it definitely, if you're thinking about money being in the Black marketplace, then it does look like they shortchanged the community by selling their brand.
I guess the one thing that makes me give them a little grace is just seeing what that move allows the business to do going further. If they just said, like, we reached the point that this is as big as we think we can get. Mm-hmm. And without selling, we couldn't have gotten any bigger. We had to sell out to get bigger infrastructure. And then now it does more, and they have like more money to still do more. Like, I think that might be cool. So I guess an example of that is Versus. So Versus sold They partnered with Triller. So some people might say they sold out, but all of the people got equity within that deal. Yeah, I think that was history for like the largest amount of equity and ownership that's been able to be receiving money. Like they're gonna get money, royalties from whatever comes forward. Not even just the money from the sale, but still like the success of Versus.
I'm looking to see if in 2 years from now, a year from now, if these Versus performers are still black. Like, if it turns into Justin Timberlake versus Justin Bieber, then I mean, because that's the thing too. It's like black people everybody knows it makes things like poppin' or whatever, and then other groups adopt it, and the glory doesn't go to the originators.
True.
With a lot of things, so
that's true. So more to come.
Yeah.
I think that's a good place to end it for now.
If you're a black content creator, black-owned business, influencer, YouTuber, podcast, entrepreneur, or a black person looking to support or collaborate, definitely reach out to us. We are getting to the point with our podcast and platform where we will begin to highlight more of what y'all amazing people are doing, as long as it's aligned with our brand and what we're about. We always look to uplift black love and black excellence, so we have to also show that to each other. Thank you for tuning in to the Ali Family Podcast. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe.